Hi guys, my name's Seb Tudor. I'm the man on the Silver Mountain. I've got something in my eye. And welcome back to Paladins for another how-to. Now, today I figured we'd done a tank, we'd done two flankers so far, and so what I figured was that we'd maybe take a look at a healer. And there are a couple of healers that kind of stand out as ones that maybe people have more issue with. Like Grover is fairly straightforward, but we'll get to him eventually because he does have his ins and outs. But the one that I think that we're going to take a look at is Maldamba. And that's because Maldamba has some very deceiving and very kind of interesting bits to him that maybe aren't quite so obvious. So we're going to take a look at his build first. Reload speed, obviously really useful considering his reload stuns. The increase in his slither distance, again, it's one of his main escapes. It's one of those things that he can do to either get in or get out, so that's important. Reduces all cooldowns when getting an elimination. Again, elimination is a participation in a kill, so as a result it means that he can potentially get a really good cooldown reduction off things that he's been using just by tagging a couple of enemies or just by getting them caught on stuff. You know, it can work quite well. Extra healing. Sorry, lost my train of thought there. Extra healing when you use your Mending Spirits. And then also gaining a damage reduction when you use Mending Spirits. So that's all cool. Mending Spirits is your right click. It's your little aimed heal over time, and then you've got the gourd, and then all that kind of stuff. But first up thing, oh no, we didn't look at his legendary card, did we?
Maldamba.
So legendary cards, I've got all of them unlocked. So you, which I flip between them to an extent. Dread Serpent, dealing extra damage. Fair enough. If you want to be more attacky, if you want to be more offensive, if you're not the primary healer on your team, then fair enough, take that one. It's all good. The healing target already affected by Mending Spirits. Now this is for kind of some really, really high heal potential, but you need a team that works with you. So if you've got a team that communicates with you so that they will stand in your gourd splash when you have hit them with Mending Spirits, then yeah, that'll be really useful. That'll potentially boost your healing to keep them alive from an extra hit at range from certain characters or not. But if you don't have a team that is either going to cooperate, going to communicate, or otherwise, that you don't, maybe you don't, like me, I don't talk to people an awful lot when I'm playing just by myself, in which case that card has a lot less value, because you can try and throw your gourd and hit people with the Mending Spirits and hit or vice versa in as many different ways as you like. But the problem with doing that with someone that's then just going to charge or fly away from the area means that potentially they're going to lose out on the extra benefit, and it means that that card is not going to do you as much good. So the one that I tend to take when I'm just playing by myself is the gourd slowing enemies, because firstly you should be throwing your gourd down as often as you can, keep the heal up, keep the stuff going, but also it means that if anyone else comes close enough to your gourd, then it means that they're slowed down for the rest of your team or yourself, because your damage isn't bad, to take that person out. Right, so let's take a look in the shooting range, because I've talked about Maldamba having some odd stuff around his weapon and things before. So, thank you. In we go. There we go. Cool.
Let's get this done.
Maldamba. Right, so we're going to take the gourd, because that's what I usually use when I'm by myself. We're going to take this. We're going to stick our... Can we not spray in here? Huh. I thought we could still spray in here. Apparently not. That's fair enough then. Right. First things first. weapon range. Now this is a thing with Maldamba because he obviously has a bit of an arc, but we'll stand at 100 and we'll aim at our friendly fellow Sky there, and like I can arc the shot to land like on her foot.
Killing spree.
And there it should have hit her in theory, but it doesn't. So it's like the arc on the shot doesn't really matter. So let's stand at 75. Can we hit her at 75? Yeah, we can hit her at 75 for our 450.
Never die.
And in fact, let's hit.
Enemy rampage.
And then also the serpent can still also go. So 750, 75 units. You know, that's the place. I don't know if he's got much in the way of damage drop off. No, he doesn't have damage drop off. Okay, couldn't remember. But you know, as a result, again, you're going to be looking to get quite close because moving outside of this kind of 75 meter, 75 foot, 75 unit range, you know, you're not going to, even if it looks like you're landing the shots, you're not going to be landing the shots. So it's like making sure that the arc is right makes no difference, because if you're outside of this range, you're screwed. You're not going to be doing any damage whatsoever. I'm not sure if there's a range on the gourd. No, the gourd goes as far as it goes. But it's just his weapon having that block on its distance. So you might look like you're hitting people, you might look like you're doing your thing, but otherwise you're really not. Okay, so let's. So now, unfortunately, he just went down like a sack of potatoes because he was already done for. But we can just tick him up 70 at a time, throw that down, extra 56 a second, or every how many tenths of a second or whatever it is. You know, you potentially get a fair amount of healing off, a fair amount of sustain, you know, just to keep him going there. But obviously with the other card, with the other legendary, you can throw that down and hit them, or hit them and then throw that down. It'll do that extra 300 to you know, take off the edge of half of one of Cassie's hits. You know. Right, where's Pip? So again, we've got our little movement thing there. That's fine. Again, the fear, his ulti, it's kind of useful for driving people off the point. I don't know why Skye wasn't affected there. She should have been. But, yeah, you know, it gets them to run away. It gets them to move for quite a substantial period of time, so it's kind of worthwhile. But right, so Pip, run for me. And now he's just slowed down just a little bit. Turn around and run away, please. Oh no, ran up.
An enemy is annihilated. I must wait.
But it slows him down a bit. There we go. Just to make that character that's trying to run away from you have a bit more difficulty. And then if we can, as we're reloading, it gives us a good second or so, you know, gives us that stun just to shut someone down or take someone out. You know, it just gives them that pause, just that judder. Now, my one issue with Maldamba's Slither, that is that sometimes it doesn't work super well when moving from one height to another. So let's just get up here, because I can do that, and it always has that weird arc to it, which it might not be super noticeable, but it throws me off just a little bit sometimes, just because you've got, you know, you want to move from point A to point B, and there just seems to be it doesn't seem to quite hit the point that you want to go to because it has that weird kind of arc to it. Maybe it's just me, but that's my observation there. But let's get into a bot match. I'm sure they'll be glad to have us as a healer or something. Why not? But we'll jump into a bot match just to show what I'm talking about. Come on, guys. Please. Yeah, like, I like Maldamba. I like the idea of Maldamba. I like his weapon and the way that he works. It's just that as with some of the others, as with the damage drop-off on Androxus that we took a look at last time, you know, I have a little bit more of an issue with that it's not particularly apparent to people that his damage just stops dead. You know, it's like there's an awful lot of things going on your screen. There's an awful lot of things going on with other characters and other effects and stuff like that, and you could be thinking that you're doing okay as Maldamba, sat further back, throwing your gourd, hitting with mending spirits and stuff like that, just spamming your serpent into the melee, but you're not really getting anywhere purely because, see, now I hate this map, but you're not really getting anywhere purely because you're ending up kind of just that little bit too far outside of your thing, and so it ends up just kind of splashing and not really doing anything.
Enjoy yourself.
So, right, cards wise though, we want to take extra reload because we do a reasonable amount of damage, but that reload with that stun is really useful, so we're going to take that first, and then the next thing we're going to take after that is again Cronus, just so that we can get our gourd off as many times as possible, and also so that we can spam with our little heal just that little bit quicker, because at the moment we've got the 3-second cooldown on it. If we keep reducing that cooldown, then that's all good. So let's get in. We've got a ruckus though. We've actually got a fairly balanced team comp at the moment with so now again there, I'm not going to be doing anything, but we can agitate them, and we can throw that down here, and we can take out the Ying there, stun the Fernando, push him off, just throw our snake into a bush in the least suggestive fashion possible. Oh, she's coming after us, but she's down. Throw that snake up there, because why not? Take her out, we'll throw the gourd down, hit our ruckus with that. Oh, missed him. It's fine, we'll take him out anyway. Throw the gourd down again. Bye-bye, Maeve. Oh, no, that's our Cassie. We don't want to throw a snake at... Well, maybe we... Stop it, Seb. No more snake jokes. Right. In which case, now we are on the cart, and we want to keep our ruckus going more so than anyone else. Pip's actually healing as well, which is nice, but we don't want to get hooked by... Or we don't want to get... tagged by our friend here. There we go. Ooh. There we go. We'll keep those guys going. They're going to run off after the kills on the bots, which, you know, fair enough. But we've got us here with Cassie, and we've got Pip and Lex. Lex just round the corner. That's fine. Need a hit. There we go. Take. There you go. Just try and help him out. There you go. Cool. Yep, Canessa's been taken down. Cool. We're here we go. Just rolling it to the end now. Oh, we got hooked, but it's fine. Now we're back on the cart. Didn't quite get the Ying there. That's fine. Where'd she go? Doesn't matter. But yeah. Okay, so now we're going to take Cronus. We're going to take... we didn't take that much damage there, so we'll leave the defenses for the moment, but we will definitely take on eliminations considering we are tagging people. Oh, maybe we won't. Maybe we'll take something. What do we want to take? AoE. We were being more focally attacked again, so I think that might just be the AI. There's usually a bit more choice between, but you know, hey ho. We'll stick our snake on the pillar, you know, just to compare, and sorry, and yeah, we'll get ready to rock and roll with our goblin friend, our little fox friend, and the others. So yeah, we're gonna This time we're going to drop down behind the tree so that when these guys come onto the point, we can do that. And then just to cause some disruption there. Want to take out Vanessa. Want to get Ying there, and then yeah, Maeve's gone. Quickly reload. There's no point in holding on to that stun for the moment because we can get it again by firing once and then hitting R. So there's that. But yeah, everyone okay? Everyone okay? Lex, go have some of that. So the heal range is a bit better.
Good night.
Let's try and take out Ying or one of the others. Oh, down we go. Yeah, don't have enough for anything else just yet. That's fine. We can get back in. We've got a gold back up and stuff, so we can just drop that straight down. Nope. Okay, and now we're back on. Our Ruckus seems to be a little point averse, but fine. He's doing his job. It's okay. Right, she's down. Vanessa, she's ours. Oh, I threw it the wrong way because someone fell down behind us. Where's Maeve? She dead? Yep. Cool. Slow him down. Get rid of him. Get rid of Fernando there. Here you go, Lex. Have some healing. Just drop that for our friend over there. Can't. I shouldn't really be pushing the point. It should be our Ruckus's job, but we'll get onto that in the Ruckus episode because he's not purely a Bastion. But again, this is part of the problem with doing bot matches. But we'll talk about it more maybe when we end up doing live matches where we can talk about the comp with the other people that we're playing with.
Victory.
So there we go. Let's see which one of us, me or Pip, did the thing. Yeah, because of course he got the play of the game, just mowing people down, staying off the point. Yeah, let's see how we did. In theory, we got best healer because I'm fairly certain that we were dropping a bit more than Pip. Yep, there we go. Again, not much though because we were able to push the team fairly effectively off the other side, which was nice. Yep, again, most objective time, most healing. Only reason that I have most objective time was because our tank wasn't really doing his bit, even though he got second in, you know. Damage though, our damage was okay. It could, you know, didn't match up to everyone else because Ruckus, I believe, is the highest damage tank that there is so far. Lex and Cassie obviously have high damage, and Pip is, to a degree, a flank in disguise. But yeah, we had a decent run of things. Only died once. It seemed like Ruckus and Pip were working together quite well. So there we go. But that is Maldamba, and those are my thoughts on probably one of my most favourite themed characters so far. But hey ho. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the video tomorrow. Take care. If you found this at all interesting or entertaining, then please drop us a like and subscribe for more. I'll see you in the video tomorrow. Take care, guys.